Being prepared for whatever life brings is a state of mind and a way of life. Welcome to Total Preparedness. I'm Big Tom. Today I want to talk about the preparedness mindset. So let's get at it. When I talk about the preparedness mindset, what I'm talking about is getting yourself in a mode of thinking that says things can and will happen to me. Psychologists talk about cognitive dissonance and normalcy bias. Normalcy bias is that state of thinking that says bad things happen to other people, but they won't happen to me. Other people have house floods. Other people have house fires. Other people get their cars broken into or have a robbery. Or fill in the blank. That won't happen to me. The reality is, all those other people thought the same thing that we think. It's not going to happen to me. It can and does happen to anybody. Cognitive dissonance says that no matter what evidence you show me that says this is the reality, I'm going to believe what I want to believe. You see this very often in families gripped by addiction or alcoholism. Dad's not an alcoholic. Mom's not an alcoholic. Or the wife who says, he's a wonderful husband, except when he hits me. The reality is, when confronted with the facts, people don't want to believe facts that are unpleasant to them. It doesn't change the facts. That doesn't change the reality. We saw in 2019 many farmers in America who said that I've never had a flood before. Well, now you're dealing with one. So what do you do about it? What have you done to prepare yourself if that happens? Life is going to show up, whether we want it to or not. I think it's important to think about your needs versus your wants. I need clean air to breathe. I need food. I need water. I need shelter from the elements. Do I need to bathe every day? I'd like to. A hot shower, especially when you're tired, sure feels great. But will I die if I don't have a hot shower? Will I die if I don't have the designer clothes? In America, we take it to the extreme. We have to have the biggest and the best of everything. And we feel that life is terrible without it. A relative of mine recently had their dishwasher break. And she told me, I can't live without a dishwasher. Yeah, you can live without a dishwasher. You may not want to live without a dishwasher. You may prefer to have a dishwasher, but you don't have to have a dishwasher. So how do we change our thinking? Colonel Jeff Cooper, a former Marine, well, he's deceased now, but he developed what's called the Cooper Color Code. And the Cooper Color Code has 5 colors assigned to it. And his intent was to help his students develop a way of thinking in various situations. It goes like this. White, yellow, orange, red, black. Condition white, somewhere we should never be. Condition black, somewhere we should never be. Condition white says, I'm oblivious to my surroundings. not too long ago in Chicago, there was a spate of robberies on train platforms where every one of them, the person had their face in their phone with earbuds in their ears, had no idea what was going on around them. You never want to be oblivious to your surroundings. Condition yellow says that I'm aware. I have an idea of what's going on in my surroundings. I'm not at high alert. But if I see someone who raises the hairs on the back of my neck walking across the street, I'm aware of them, and they are raising the hairs on the back of my neck. Condition orange is a higher state of awareness. Now that person has crossed the street, and they're making me very nervous. And I'm thinking, am I going to have to confront this person? Is this person going to confront me? Condition red. That's fight or flight. Condition red, the confrontation has happened. And now what do I do about it? Condition black, another place you don't want to be, that's life or death. And we don't ever want to put ourselves in that condition any more than we want to be totally oblivious. White, yellow, orange, red, black. You should always be in a condition yellow, because life happens, and life is going to happen, and we can't prevent that. But being aware of your surroundings, being aware of potential problems. Why have car insurance? You haven't had an accident. Why have a spare tire? You haven't had a flat. Why have a smoke detector? You haven't had a house fire. Why have insurance of any type? All of these things are insurance. Our preps are simply another form of insurance. So we need to start thinking tactically. According to Merriam-Webster, the first definition they give is a military-related one for tactical. But I think the second definition applies to us preppers quite well. Tactical refers to of or relating to small-scale actions serving a larger purpose. It can be made or carried out with only a limited or immediate end in view. It also refers to adroit in planning or maneuvering to accomplish a purpose. Think about that. Doesn't that kind of sum up what a prepper is doing? You know, the word tactical is bandied about in the prepper community. Tactical flashlights, tactical knives. What tactical really is preparing your mind for a way of dealing with life in whatever way life will come. And for me, I think that's at the heart and soul of it. Does tactical gear help? Very often, but not always. And if you don't have tactical gear, does that mean you're at a disadvantage? Not necessarily. It depends on your mindset. It depends on your level of training. Depends on your level of skill. I would rather be stuck alone in the wilderness with just a knife and nothing else, but with a head full of knowledge and skills, than I'd want a $5,000 bug out bag and no skills or knowledge whatsoever. Because the time to learn them is not the time when you need them. The time to learn how to get out of a burning building is not when the building is on fire. This is why our students are so good in fire drills, because they do them every month. But bear in mind, the reason they do them every month is because of the Holy Angels fire right here in Chicago that caused the deaths of children. A lot of our fire codes, a lot of our safety codes are written in blood. Don't let the next code be written in your blood. Be ready for when the problem happens. And it doesn't even have to be something that drastic. I never had to have a jump, so why do I need jumper cables? For when you need to have a jump. That's why you need jumper cables. So that's kind of what I'd like to get you to start thinking about. Practice a mentality of saying to yourself, what if blank happened? What would I do? And okay, I've done step number 1. What do I do next? And as you start thinking about that, you'll see gaps or holes in your thinking that you can fill in now when it's safe to do it, so that when the time really comes, it's rote memory. And that's about all I have to say for today. I thank you for tuning in, and remember, real men pray, and I pray that God watch over, protect, and bless you and yours always.